Hey everyone, Brendan Center here. How are you? So I am at my home away from home. Yes, I am at Sound Exchange in Wayne, New Jersey. Anthony Coviello's store, along with Stephanie, his partner. One of the best. It just really is one of my favorite places to go hang out. You guys see me here on Record Store Day and a lot of other times. And of course, I film with Anthony the Sound Exchange sessions here. But what I love most is going shopping for music. So let's head on inside and see what we find at the record store today. Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac out on his own for the album Law and Order. One of my favorite glam metal bands, Faster Pussycat, Wake Me When It's Over. Glad to see this one back in print by the Music on CD label, getting a lot of these classics back going for us. So Anthony just bought a cassette deck, and what's the first thing he chooses to play on it? Some Faith No More. Yeah, if we're gonna listen to Faith No More in the background, that means I gotta show it to you.
The shelf.
And he almost left me.
What? The shelf is all fucked up.
Nice to see that they've been reissuing the Great White albums, Twice Shy and Once Bitten. It was so sad when we lost Jack Russell earlier this year. May he rest in peace. Green Day, Nimrod, classic album of theirs. I probably go back to this one more than I do the real classic one, the album that broke them so big, Dookie. But this one here, I just love start to finish. And of course, I've been saying that a lot already, and or you'll probably hear me say it a lot more. But I'm trying to pull out a lot of albums that have hit me the right way, and that's just kind of the mood I'm in today.
Yeah, they're the one thing that I fucking want. He decides to buy.
That one sounds pretty good too. I didn't want to buy it.
This 2017 album from Gene Love's Jezebel, Dancer Underwater, was a real surprise to me when it came out. It's one of those ones that just hit me the right way, and I've been listening to it ever since.
It's one of the things.
Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, just recently got this one as a shirt. I love that album art, but I also love the album.
There's just a little crackle on the second side last track. Other than that, doesn't skip. Sound.
I want to bring this home.
So bring it out.
You can't complain that somebody touched the turntable and broke it when you've got it teetering.
If you ever wonder what Saint Anger would sound like had it had a better mix, this EP is where to do it. Some Kind of Monster. The last track that's on here is Some Kind of Monster, but they call it an edit. That has a proper mix on it. Check that out if you really want to know what the album could have been. Brand new Mr. Big album 10. I gotta say, after having waited for this album here, a reunion album, it really quite underwhelmed me. Kind of unfortunate this is the album they're gonna go out on. I mean, it's not bad, it just isn't great either. Alternate album cover for Dr. Feelgood, celebrating its 35th anniversary.
I bought all 11. I love each one more and more.
It's like a band that they say they can't.
Pearl Jam Lightning Bolt. This is one that Anthony doesn't really like, but I gotta say, I love this album. Opening track, Getaway, is so good on here. Mind Your Manners, Sirens, the title track. This was a great one in my opinion. What do you guys think? Here's German guitarist Axel Rudi Pell. Never really had a hit or anything to break through, but this guy is a phenomenal guitar player. One of my favorite things that he does is interpret other people's music, does a cover here, a cover there kind of thing. Always really amazing how he does that. If you've never heard of Axel Rudi Pell, check him out. What I love about record stores is there's always stuff you can find and dig out. There's stuff down below, there's stuff on top, there's stuff up on the shelves, there's stuff behind us here. But it's when you walk into record stores, you gotta look everywhere. Don't ever just stay on the tops of these things. Look at everything. You never know what you're gonna find in one of these places. Queen, the game, my favorite Queen album, really my first Queen album. I've got memories of my older brothers playing this one, but it's great from start to finish. Ramones, Brain Drain. I love this album. I Believe in Miracles, 00 UFO, Pet Cemetery. This is a good one. Been on a big R.E.M. kick lately. Accelerate was a fantastic, highly underrated album. It's where the band really returned to rocking things out like they did with Monster and then back on their IRS days. This is a great throwback album to that time frame, in my opinion. All right, going 60 years, man. Rolling Stones, Hackney Diamonds, a killer album for a 60th anniversary. Who says you can have too much Rolling Stones? I don't think it's possible. I hope these guys keep on going, keep on producing and releasing new music as long as they can. Brand new Rolling Stones live album, Welcome to Shepherd's Bush, a cool club performance in front of 1,800 people. Limited edition to 15,000 copies worldwide. Got some classic rock set, looks sharp. First album I picked up from the group, and probably their biggest, having songs like The Look and Dress for Success and Listen to Your Heart. I mean, this one here was just full of hits. Oh man, look at this, the Sweet. I've been looking for this one. I can't seem to get it in from Amazon. They keep pushing it back, and then lo and behold, Anthony's got it. This new T-Rex compilation was pretty cool. Bowlin' Boogie, the track listing on it just was the right way, in order. It just moves so smooth from one track to the next. Definitely a cool collection if you're a fan of Mark Bolan and T-Rex. I don't care what anyone says, man, AC/DC's Fly on the Wall is a killer album. To this day, I still love this album. I think it sounds fantastic, but other people have had issue with the way that it sounds. Maybe it's too 80s sounding, but this one here, still love it. Love the cheesy art, love everything about it. It's an underrated band, Angel, and their album Sinful. Known for having worn the all-white matching outfits long before the boy band's doing it, Angel was doing it. Rubber Soul by the Beatles. This is my favorite of their albums. Which one is your favorite? I do like other ones like Abbey Road, Let It Be, but I gotta say, man, there is something about Rubber Soul that is really, really good. The classic Bad Religion album, Recipe for Hate with American Jesus on it. This was what introduced me to the band back in the early 90s. Just still to this day, love this album, can rip this out and play it at any time, and it always rocks for me. A truly great album from 2024 this year, man. Black Crowes, kind of weird the way they did the artwork here. Happiness Bastards, but this one here turned out to be so good. It was such a great comeback album for this band. One of the all-time best live albums, Deep Purple's Made in Japan, the thing that really kind of sprung Machine Head to the forefront of everything. One of the classics up there with albums like UFO, Strangers in the Night, and other classics. Here's a band that doesn't get enough love, the Dixie Dregs. Steve Morse, who would go on to play in Deep Purple, love this band. I just got this one on CD, the Donna's Skin Tight. And ended up really, really enjoying this one. I thought because it would be earlier in their career, I wouldn't dig it as much as the later stuff, but definitely really liked it.
Dipping my toe. This endless pit. Yes. Your entire foot by the time you're done with it. Your whole foot.
Oh, look at that. R.E.M. Unplugged.
It's the 4 LP. I was going to keep this for myself, but I'm not a big fan of the second Unplugged that's on here. I like the
I like
original,
the first one.
The 2001 show.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it's just...
I don't need it. I need the original.
That's it.
I would have preferred that to be the standalone
It was
release.
standalone.
Oh,
They did a 2 LP set of that.
Really?
And a 2 LP set of 2001.
Okay.
So I have the 91, and I have this. But this is mine. I don't,
yeah.
liquid. Keep it liquid.
Keep it liquid.
More funk or more reggae? Oh, there's no reggae. There's all funk. This is basically solo stuff.
Well, if we're going to be listening to L7 in the background, I better show you some. We got the classic reissue of their 1988 debut. We've got my personal favorite, Smell the Magic. This was a big album for them, Hungry for Stink. Then we got Slap Happy, and then we got The Beauty Process, all killer L7 albums. Here's an artist, Jenny Lewis, Acid Tongue, that Anthony would rave and rave about given the opportunity. Check her out. Got some cool classic Megadeth here with Rust in Peace, Hangar 18, Holy War's Punishment Due, Take No Prisoners, Five Magics, all those songs, man. This whole album, start to finish, is really good.
When I was just filing the Metallic record, I thought, I wonder if Dave Mustaine named his band Megadeth purposely so it could be ahead of Metallica in the alphabet.
Man, you want some classic Southern rock, Molly Hatchet, Flirting with Disaster. Iconic album cover, iconic music, all rolled into one. This is the way to go, man. John Mellencamp's self-titled release, not his most popular, but it is a solid album from start to finish. This is one I return to a lot, maybe even more so than some of those classic ones, although I do really like Scarecrow. All right, we've got the Offspring's 2021 album, Let the Bad Times Roll. This one here really surprised me and has turned out to be a great album that I return to a lot, even more so than their brand new album. Still really loving this one.
I know, but somebody's gonna find. That's gonna be your sister.
My sister comes over, whatever it is, there it is.
That's
Happy Saturday.
yeah.
Wait to see the videos next week.
You'll see the same people. So like, like all the people on this Bootsy record are the same people that were like on all the problems. It's the same.
Ah, this is a good one here. The debut Ramones album, such a classic. Rolling Stones, Living in a Ghost Town. Cool single that they released during 2020 pandemic during lockdown, and just kind of reworked it a little bit in order to work and feel the vibe of what everyone was going through at that time. But great title, great song. Surprised it didn't appear on their latest album. All right, Anthony, tell us what you're doing in the records there. You
Hi, John.
thinning the herd?
I'm filing some stuff that is a little older,
Yeah.
so I can put the new, cooler arrivals in. Not that this shit's not cool.
Right?
It's not as cool as whatever's in right now.
Got it. All right, so I'm back from Sound Exchange in Wayne, New Jersey, where I always make some good scores. Thanks so much to Anthony Coviello and Stephanie for letting me film in their store. They've always been really great about that, and I do really appreciate it. And of course, I got some loot, so I thought, let's go through the loot. And had to keep things down because I've spent quite a bit, especially just on Record Store Day. But I did find some cool things in the new release stuff. One that I've been waiting for, and I hadn't gotten my copy, and they had it in. It's the brand new Sweet album, Full Circle. This one here has Andy Scott, original guitar player, still with the band. Rest of the guys are new guys within here, but was glad to finally see that. This has been digitally available since September, but just could not get a hold of a copy of this. So it's really great to walk in and see this on the new release wall. And it's one of the things that I really like about Sound Exchange is not only do they carry used stuff, but they have new, and not only new, but new releases. So lots of stores have given up on carrying new releases, but Sound Exchange in Wayne, New Jersey, still doing that, and I love that. So turns out I was missing two R.E.M. albums, two of their earliest, the very first ones, and I'd already picked one of them up, and now I just added the last one, Reckoning, so I got a good deal on that. And then while I did have these next two REM albums, I did not have these versions. So I picked up Life's Rich Pageant and Document. Document being probably my favorite of the early years. And these look to be imports. They're on EMI, but they have a bunch of bonus stuff and they're on single disc jewel case. And so I've got the 25th anniversary box set versions of these where they have the standard album plus the Athens demos with them, or a live album, things like that. But I was really glad to find standalone copies of these that I can check out and enjoy. So that, and then this is kind of the same thing, buying a jewel case edition of this because I have the 2 CD deluxe digipack version of it. But it's probably my favorite Rolling Stones album, Some Girls. So adding a jewel case edition of this so that I can have that. And then the last one is one that I didn't even know existed as a single disc edition. I've got a 3 CD box set of this, Depeche Mode, and it's a remix single disc edition, like a highlights of. And I think they just called this Remix 81 to 2011, and it was the follow-up from the first version they did. And if you've been watching my New Music Finds videos, then you saw that I picked one of these up, or I picked that one up, which I'd only ever had as a promo copy. And then I have this one as a box set, but again, not as a single disc edition. So I was glad to get a hold of that. So in all, picked up 6 new CDs from Sound Exchange and had a lot of fun there. And, with Anthony putting his 2 cents in and everybody else and the whole peanut gallery, it was a lot of fun hanging out at the record store, which is one of my favorite things to do, you guys know, and I love taking you along with me, and I hope you enjoyed it too. All right, everyone, take care, have a good one, and until next time, enjoy your record stores.